day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out in Plano, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, and after this video ends, definitely swipe to the left and press the hype button as well. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as give me a follow on my Instagram account at Grow Folds. That is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me if you have any questions about the plants, or if you just want to get in contact with me about plants in general. As you can see right here, it is a beautiful morning when I went out to go film this location. I do come over to this location whenever I am in this part of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. For those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome, my name is Richie and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. I hope you enjoy today's installment because we're going to be looking at what plants we will be seeing at a big box store like Lowe's. We'll see what kind of fall seasonal plants we have here. I mean, as you can see, we do have these Croton Petras, and Crotons in general are typically seen whenever the fall season is arriving. And I really do think it's because this tropical plant has a lot of these fall colors. You can see this one is a Croton Mame for $15.98 by Nature's Way. Really love the look of this particular plant as well. You can see that there are plenty of different types of crotons you will find at big box stores. And I wish I could grow crotons long-term indoors, but they really do prefer to be in an environment where it's getting a lot of light, mostly full sun and higher humidity levels. But you can see right here, it's interesting how retailers like Lowe's or any type of big box stores will jump from one season to another. But before we actually get into the big box store shopping at Lowe's, I did want to insert a clip of a very special plant find. I was actually out at the Costco location in North McKinney, Texas, and take a look at this. We've got the Tropic Treasures line, where basically you are getting 2 rare or uncommon plants for the price of 1. It's a 2-pack series. You can see right over here, we've got a beautiful philodendron philodendron snowdrift, and we also have a variegated alocasia right over here. The price is only for $39.99. So you can see that you can start to find even indoor tropical plants, rare variegated tropical plants at Costco, and I think that is amazing. This is actually my very first time ever seeing a Syngonium albo featured at a big box store. You would think that some of these other nurseries that provide for big box stores would have a Syngonium albo, because that is a very easy plant to propagate. But alas, you can see here we have another Syngonium albo, although this one has more of an Aurea type variegation. $39.99. This is a Costco find. I love going to Costco. I actually buy a lot of my Costco supplies in terms of my chicken feed at Costco. So for those that are new to the channel, besides doing big box store plant shopping video content, I'm also doing a blog or a journey on how to raise backyard chickens. I have 2 that are about 4.5 months old, almost 5 months old, a barred rock hen and a Rhode Island red by the name of Charlotte and Catriona. So if you haven't considered joining my YouTube membership tier, it is only for the price of a cup of coffee, $2.99, and you will get access to some of my more personalized blogs and my backyard chicken content. But as you can see here, Monstera Thai Constellation as a 2-pack with another rare plant. So I do think that the philodendron snowdrift with the Monstera Thai Constellation, these are all in 6-inch planters, only for $39.99 is a really good deal in terms of a rare or uncommon plant. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if your Costco has gotten these 2-packs from R&D Nursery Tropic Treasures line. Oftentimes I will see this at Kroger grocery store, which is another local grocery store out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I have yet to start doing big box store, grocery store plant shopping, so I am hoping to start filming like Kroger grocery store, because they do have some amazing plant finds. Some of the house plants that they have offered are actually very much so inexpensive, budget friendly, beginner friendly house plants. So I'm hoping that you guys will actually see that as I start filming more plants. And you can see over here, we've got some more of these Costco plants. We've got a philodendron Ring of Fire. And I did see this as another Costco finds post on Instagram. This one is the Juniper Garden, the Bonsai Juniper Garden for $25.99. You can see that they've got a Juniper Bonsai. And for those that are new to the channel, you already know that I also may not know actually that I actually love bonsai, which is the art of growing a miniature tree in a shallow container. I have become an affiliate for the bonsaisupply.com, selling their products. So definitely check that out. I will have a little bit of a blurb later on in this big box or plant shopping video, but you can see right here, we've got a Juniper Bonsai. Really like the side sweeping that this particular plant has. You will need to trim it and shape it and wire it. I will say for these Juniper Bonsai, they're not meant to grow outdoors. So if you think that you can grow bonsais indoors, it really depends on whether the plant is a deciduous plant, some type of plant like a shrub that needs to be outdoors. There are some tropical type plants that you can make into bonsai. For instance, ficus plants that can possibly grow indoors, but the Juniper Bonsai definitely needs to be grown outdoors. Anyways, let us go back to the actual main attraction, which is going to be the big box or plant shopping video at this particular Lowe. So things I did want to highlight about big box or plant shopping, as you guys have seen in the last couple of episodes on my YouTube channel, I have really honed into showing some of the local plant nurseries out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I am based out in North Dallas, and I really do believe that you should not limit yourself to just one particular place on where you should buy your plants, whether it is at a big box store or better yet, a local plant nursery or a small business, something of that nature. Now, I did want to go ahead and walk over here and show y'all the outdoor garden section. So one thing I am excited about, and this one is only for $1.98, is that we have some French marigolds. I am excited to see marigolds, and I think it's in conjunction to the Halloween fall type season, Day of the Dead season, where they have marigolds. I am excited to actually get a couple of marigolds for a couple of reasons. Number one, it is a childhood memory of mine, because marigolds were actually the first flowers that I actually grew from seed. I actually got a greenhouse kit from a McDonald's Happy Meal, and I was able to germinate marigold seedlings from that. And then number two, marigolds, the blooms are actually a really good source of food for backyard chickens. So I definitely want to feed some of my chickens some of these marigold blooms. It's really good to increase the quality of yolk that some of my my chickens actually can produce. So I may end up getting some and actually growing them. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you actually feed your backyard chickens, if you have some flowers like marigolds. Now, for $1.98, this is a selection of many different types of coleus plants. And coleus plants, as I mentioned in many of my videos, is another plant that a lot of people will consider more of like an outdoor patio plant, a garden landscape annual plant. But did you know that these colorful plants can actually be grown as a long-term indoor house plant? In the Philippines, where my family is originally from, so I'm a proud Filipino American, I have to say that in all of my videos, because I do believe that there has to be some awareness and representation for even my heritage, is they actually call coleus plant Mayana in the Philippines. So just a little bit of a tidbit of that. And then you can see right here, look at this hanging basket of creeping Jenny. I said creepy. It's actually creeping Jenny, and that one's for $19.98. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up more of these different varieties of coleus plants. Coleus plants are fast growing. They're easy to propagate. You can literally take the top cutting of that plant. It will actually increase more growth, more shoots, and you can literally stick the cutting directly into soil. Coleus plants also like bright indirect light. They prefer to be in the shade unless you find the varieties, which I love, the sun coleus, where they can take full sun. Coleus can be grown indoors. If you are to grow coleus indoors, be mindful that these plants are very thirsty plants. So you're pretty much going to have to water them on a daily basis, or you're going to have to put them in a soil substrate that retains a little bit more moisture. But as you can see right here, I really love the different colors. I recently went to the Dallas Arboretum, and I actually have a 1-hour video of a walkthrough on my YouTube membership tier. So again, plant foldies, if you haven't considered joining my YouTube membership tier, which is called the Super Plant Foldies, if you're watching this on a computer, please press the join button. Again, it's only for $2.99. It definitely helps the sustainability of this YouTube channel. We have about 60 members, and I did want to say thank you to David, to Eric, for giving out some super stickers as well as membership tier gifts that does help grow our community at a more rapid pace. And if you guys haven't seen the news, we actually have reached 13,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and I am so thankful to each and every single one of you who have invested their time to watch my plant shopping videos. But to go back to the plants, you can see just the beautiful colors of Coleus plants. I love that this one has like a yellowish border with the red leaves. So if you're looking for something that is out of the ordinary, something that goes against the grain when it comes to like collecting plants, buy yourself a Coleus plant. Seriously, only $1.98, and you can actually grow this into a beautiful specimen. I actually have a very nice looking Coleus plant that I've been growing outdoors, which I will eventually bring indoors and show you. But as I pan around here, I'm just going to go ahead and walk around and show you what else they have to offer in terms of the outdoor garden section. We are going to be going back to the indoor tropical section, but I did want to show you the outdoor garden section because they have so many cool fall seasonal plants like these chrysanthemums or mums, croton plants, and other plants that are available for your landscape and gardening needs. So as you can see, plant foldies, we've seen a lot of beautiful types of flowers, but now we're going to be looking at some of these succulents, and this succulent right here is actually catching my attention. I've never really seen a succulent that has a very stark middle, like variegation in the middle of it. I love the purple lavender color of this particular succulent. So we can see right here, that is the plant ID for this particular succulent. I'm almost tempted to buy it because it's only for $9.97. This is another succulent that is one that I would actually grow in my collection. And the reason being is it does have a unique look. I really like that pearl cream variegation at the very middle of this succulent. And then you can see that it's got some lavender color of it on it as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this particular succulent. I have yet to really really figure out the succulent care tips. I haven't been able to successfully grow succulents, and I think it's because I don't know if I just don't need to be watering them as often or a little bit more frequently, because I will let them stay dry for like a month. I don't know if they need to be in a hot or humid environment, or do they need to be in a drier environment. So I would really like to know. And you can see right over here, this one has kind of lost a lot of its foliage, but you can propagate this particular succulent by just taking one of the leaves, as you can see, and you can see that some of the leaves have already fallen off of this one, and just letting it sit on the top of the soil. You can mist it and it will eventually take root. That is one way to propagate the plant. So I think that that's really interesting. I think this is beautiful, and I think I would love to buy this. If I end up wanting to get a succulent, I would definitely go back to this Lowe's location and buy it. So for the plant foldies that want to give a gift in the terms of a monetary tip, you can always press the super sticker or the super thanks for this YouTube channel. It does help any content creator on YouTube with a monetary tip, and honestly, I would utilize that super sticker to buy that succulent. But, and you know, all jokes aside, I do think that the selection of the succulents from Lowe's is a really good selection. They do have them very much so priced at an appropriate price. I mean, you can see right here, this is another type of lavender purplish succulent for only $9.97. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to walk around and see what else they have to offer in the outdoor garden section. We are about to reach the indoor tropical plant, so I'm curious to see what new offerings Costa Farms plants has, what new Live Trends design plants we have, as well as urban jungle plants. We're going to see that later on in this video. I will say, for those that have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for clicking on my video and engaging and watching it. I hope that you have already pressed the thumbs up or like button for this video. If for some reason you haven't, can you please do that for me? I know you're listening. I hope you're listening, but please press the thumbs up or like button for this video. I've seen, you know, a lot of people tuning in, but sometimes you may not press that like button. All I have to say is, what else do I need to do to get you to press the like button? And at the very end, once the video ends, you can actually swipe to the left of your screen and it should give you the option to hype up the video. That is a new YouTube feature. Now, I do think that you won't see the hype button unless you are watching the YouTube videos on a YouTube phone app. So I don't know for the computer users or folks that are watching it on a TV, if that has that option. I did also want to show you this. So this is a rose of Sharon by Proven Winners. So Proven Winners plants, Proven Winners leaf joy plants. I love them. They have a vast selection of different types of outdoor garden plants, as well as some amazing indoor tropical house plants. So Proven Winners is another nursery I absolutely love and hope to see more of in terms of the indoor tropical plants. Like, I would love to see Proven Winners plants at Lowe's. Typically, you will see that at the Home Depot. And you can see right over here, we do have a very prickly looking golden barrel cactus. And this is another one that I just find super fascinating, but it also seems super dangerous because, I mean, look at that that prickliness of that particular cactus. So we're just gonna walk over here again. Can you see how beautiful like Lowe's in these big box store garden centers are? I've never seen this succulent and I really do regret not purchasing it. I mean, would you buy this? Let me know in the comment section below. And now, plant foldies, we have made it to the main event. We are now back indoors to look at these plants. So we're just gonna go ahead and just walk around and see what offerings they have. Feel free to leave in the comment section what plants you like at Lowe's, what plants you've been buying at Lowe's, anything that you would like to add. I love that open dialogue with my big box or plant shopping video. So thank you. For this right here is $19.98. We have this Live Trends design plant. Now this one is one of the classic Easy Care basic plants called a ZZ plant. This one is the compact version, which is called the ZZ Zenzi plant. This is one that I would recommend for anybody that is starting a house plant collection, or if you're thinking about growing plants indoors, because it has two factors that make it a plant for beginners. Number one, low light tolerant, and number two, drought tolerant. Right next to it is a Pachira aquatica, also known as a money tree plant. I love this one as well. In Asian cultures, this is actually known to be one of these plants that can bring lots of good luck, fortune, and prosperity. Oftentimes it is given as a gift, and I wouldn't mind receiving a gift like this. If you look at the aesthetics of Live Trends designs, this has more of like a basket woven type planter. Love that they're continuously innovating the aesthetics of plant styling. And as we continue to go big box or plant shopping, or even just share our journeys on growing plants, I am curious to see, do you actually like plant hoard? Do you plant collect? Do you plant style? Like, leave in the comment section below, because I do find that a more curated, more intentional plant collection is what really brings somebody more satisfaction and joy. I unfortunately, on the other hand, am just addicted to just buying plants, specifically Aglaonema. Like, I should not have gotten another 14 Aglaonema from overseas from Art Garden Flowers yesterday. So stay tuned for that unboxing video, as well as the video featuring that, because I don't know, like I don't know if you ever find yourself plant foldies just needing to buy plants. What do you do? How do you mitigate a plant addiction? How do you cure a plant addiction? Is there really a cure for plant addiction? Please give me your insights and comments. And as you think about what you're going to write in the comment section, let's just go ahead and continue to pick up some of these beautiful Live Trends design plants. Enjoy the soundtrack as well, because I try to give you guys relaxing classical lo-fi music that was created by my friend Jordan. So definitely check out his YouTube channel. The link is in the description as well. From just looking at these gorgeous Live Trends design plants, I also like to pick up plants from Urban Jungle Plants. This one is a Ficus elastica ruby, $14.98. And Urban Jungle Plants, their aesthetic is more of like a terracotta planter based look, and I love terracotta planters. I do think that they are a classic look. And then you can see right here we've got dendrobium orchids and a full greenhouse full of different types of plants. Now, as far as this Lowe's location, I do prefer the Lowe's locations that have like an extended area where it's basically a greenhouse where they have all of the indoor tropical plants. Sometimes they have the actual indoor tropical plants in the actual store, but this one is a separate like room. Then you go into the outdoor garden section. Typically, I find that the plants at these types of formats are a little bit more healthy because they have these tall tall windows that get them a lot of light. So that's a plus in terms of that. I will say not all big box stores are created equal. Not all big box stores are as in stock as some of the other ones we might be looking at. So once you find a really good like location where you can find consistency in their organization, merchandising, and just even the health of the plants, I would definitely recommend just shopping there. I mean, this one right here, I have have gone to many times just to see their plants. Typically, this one actually carries a lot of Hydra helix, or what you call the Hedera helix or English ivy. So we'll see if they have it. I will say that they do have quite a bit of, Live Trends design plants. Typically, I will see more of the Costa Farms plants, but today it looks like we have a lot of Live Trends designs available for this particular Lowe's location. I love the cordyline Hawaiian tea plant. This is also known as the kiwi. Really nice looking cordyline Hawaiian tea plant. Unfortunately, this is a plant that just doesn't grow well indoors long term because it is very much so spider mite prone. But another alternative to it would be that Dracaena right over here. And we're just going to spin around here and look at some other plants. It looks like we have a Costa Farms trending tropical plant. This one is for $29.97. This is a Monstera Thai constellation. And there are so many different types of sport variegated Monstera Thai constellations in the market, but this is the original one. I do love the look of a Monstera Thai constellation. In terms of Monstera Thai constellation, they do need bright indirect light. You don't really want to overwater them because especially in this juvenile stage, their roots are easily, they can easily be root rot. So just make sure that you're watering your Monstera Thai constellation when the soil is completely dry. That is really the safest bet for it. But Monstera Thai constellation, it can get to a very large size. So just be prepared for that. And you can see right here, we've got a Dracaena Masangiana, another easy to care for plant. Basic cares is just basically water it when the soil is completely dry. You can put it in a lower light condition and it will still do fairly well for you. But as you can see right here, this is a pretty full Lowe's location in terms of the houseplants. Now, I haven't seen anything like brand new in terms of any rare plants. I would say that that particular succulent plant that we looked at earlier in the outdoor garden section was a really cool plant find. It would be something that I would consider adding into my plant collection. And then over here, you can just see that they have large foliage plants. So the pros about going big box store plant shopping would definitely be the selection of plants that you can find, the size of the plants you can find, as well as the inexpensive budget-friendly plant pricing. That is some pros in terms of going big box store plant shopping. Now you can see right over here, plant foldies. We've got some beautiful, colorful bromeliads. This one is for $13.98 by Costa Farms. And, you know, I have to ask plant foldies, for those that have actually engaged on the live premiere chat, do you also look forward to maybe live streams? Let me know in the comments section, because I'm really debating on whether I should make live streaming a consistent thing on a weekly basis. I was thinking of doing it right after my live premieres on Sunday evening. So I'll do a live premiere that starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that right after the premiere, so around like 8:30 is when I would jump on a live stream where I could just talk to the plant foldies and ask questions, answer questions. Let me know if that's something you want me to do, because I am really open to that. I'm just curious to see if anybody would really engage with me, because that way you can get to know me me more on a personal level. So we'll see about that. I know it was a lot of fun for me to actually engage with the plant foldies last Sunday when we were celebrating 13,000 YouTube subscribers, and I still can't believe it. We've already gotten 50 additional subscribers since then, and you know, for me, it is all about that genuine engagement. I know that the numbers are exciting, but I would love to just be able to contain, you know, a very engaged group. And what I mean by that is there are some content creators that have like hundreds and thousands of followers, but really how much of that genuine engagement do you get from your viewers? And so for me, I'm more concerned about just people enjoying, people engaging with each other, and just seeing that everybody is celebrating plants, everybody is celebrating each other, and we are continuing to foster a community where kindness is everything. So I did want to put that out there, plant foldies, as we continue to walk around and look at these plants. I mean, take a look at this Monstera adansonii, beautiful plant, $21.98. You know, this is also known as the Swiss cheese plant. I haven't really been able to grow this plant long term. For some reason, they just go to plant heaven for me, and it's not really a challenging plant to grow, or at least that's what I've been told. That's what I've seen, but in my care, it just doesn't do well. So, you know, there are some plants that may be considered easy care or basic need plants, but for some reason, they still don't do well in people's collections, like myself. This one is a very striking, beautiful bromeliad. Take a look at this. Look at that red. It is a nice fiery red tone. Really love the look at that. And you can see that this is for $22.98 in a terracotta planter. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you actually grow bromeliads. I am really tempted to grow these next year once I get my house together, organized, and all of my plants are actually in a good state where, number one, I could do a house plant tour, and number two, I'll be able to add more plants to my plant collection, because right now I am really just focused on collecting Aglaonema. I will also tell you that what's exciting about Aglaonema is I mentioned in the live chat that I am actually helping work on publishing an Aglaonema book with my friend Harry of Indo Miami Plants of Art Garden Flowers. So stay tuned for that. We are hoping to have a hardcover book featuring Aglaonema care and all of the different types of Aglaonema varieties. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you are interested in purchasing a hard copy, please leave in the comments section Aglaonema book so we can get an idea of whether somebody would really want to engage with that. Now over here, plant foldies, we are looking at a Syngonium white butterfly, $16.98. I would say of all the hanging basket Syngoniums I've seen, this one is a super full one, and I actually would buy this. All of my hanging baskets from Costa Farms are currently growing outdoors in my shaded patio, and I am able to hose them down, and they are doing extremely well. That's the thing about a lot of these household plants. If you're able to grow them outdoors in a shaded area where they get like morning sun, they will grow at a much faster rate for you. If you have a plant that is struggling, something that may have gotten like a certain plant pest, if you're trying to get new growth from it, take it outdoors, grow it outdoors, and you will see that your plant will bounce back, or at least that's what I do with some of the plants that are really struggling. I've noticed that there is about an 85 to 90% success rate whenever you bring plants outdoors to rehab them. Now, as far as this right here, look at this Monstera Deliciosa by Live Trends Design. Notice that there is a beautiful planter here. This one is for $24.98. There are several plants in this one, and it's still in its juvenile stage. So plant foldies, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk around, pick up some more of these plants. It looks like this Lowe's location has a lot of the commonly found plants from Costa Farms. For instance, the Philodendron Ring of Fire, $19.98 in a self-watering planter by Costa Farms. Beautiful variegation, and with this particular serrated variegated philodendron, you have to make sure you are providing it with lots of bright indirect light, otherwise it will end up becoming more green and possibly reverting. So that's the experience I've had if you do not give it enough bright indirect light. Lighting is really crucial for a lot of plants in terms of their variegation, their vigor, their growth. There's just a lot that goes in because they definitely need light to photosynthesize and get that food and nutrients in them. Ficus elastica Audrey right over here. Beautiful plant. That one is another plant that needs a lot of light. And then look at this hanging basket here. And we're just going to continue to explore and go plant window shopping. I don't really intend on buying anything unless something spectacular shows me otherwise. beauties, you can see that this particular Lowe's location has quite a bit of plants to choose from. Nothing brand new, but at least there are still some healthy looking plants, and we're going to continue to go big box or plant shopping at this Lowe's location. But before we get into that, I did want to share the products that I ended up getting at the Bonsai supply, so stay tuned. Plant foldies, I am super excited to finally show you my unboxing of the Bonsai supplies that I received a generous amount from the Bonsai supply store. This is a company that is based out in Houston, Texas. I have been using the Bonsai supply soil for many years now. I used to buy it off of Amazon, but you can actually buy this directly from the bonsaisupply.com. And you can see right here, this is their all-purpose fast draining soil that you can utilize for your bonsai. And for those that don't know, the bonsai is the art of growing beautiful miniature trees, and it is one that takes so much dedication. It is definitely creating living works of art, and in order to make living works of art, you really have to have premium soil and supplies. And I am just super excited that the Bonsai Supply company sent me this package of all of the supplies that I have used for many years. So you can see right here, I am struggling to unbox this. This is the organic slow release all-purpose fertilizer that is also made and sourced out in the United States. So all of their supplies in terms of just the soils and their fertilizers are sourced out and created in the United States. You can see right here, it is a gentle organic fertilizer, and it is all-purpose, so you can utilize it for a lot of your plants. Here's the thing about the Bonsai Supply soil. It is definitely a complete soil. It is one that you can utilize as well for your succulents and cactus. So if you don't necessarily grow bonsai, you can actually utilize their soils because it is fast draining. So it's really good for even your succulents, your cactus, and your sansevieria, any type of plant that just needs fast draining soil. You can see that the Bonsai Supply has also sent me different types of wire gauges, as well as their other fertilizer right over here. You can see that this one is the non-organic fertilizer, so you have different choices, and all of these products you can find on the bonsaisupply.com or bonsaisupply.com. I do have an affiliate link for that. That is going to be in all of my descriptions for my YouTube videos. And I'm just really excited to be able to finally show you all of the amazing products that I received from Bonsai Supply. You can see right over here, this one is the black lava rock. So you can utilize these types of soils to amend your soil. So say you need to make your all-purpose soil a little bit more fast draining, you can utilize a lot of these soil amendments for it. So you can see that I've got 3 different types of soils. I am going to be using the all-purpose mixture that they already have on the very left, and I am so thankful that they even sent me other supplies such as this potting mat. And just know, plant foldies, that I will utilize in another video a demonstration of using all of their supplies. So I just wanted to show you guys what types of supplies I got from Bonsai Supply. Super excited that I met the owners when I was actually at PlantCon Houston 2025, and I'm just so thankful and honored that they chose me to be one of their affiliates to actually promote and share their products. I mean, you can see right here, we've got some stainless steel scissors, and what I like about the Bonsai Supply supplies that I've received in the past couple of years, aside from just getting this really generous package, is the fact that these soils do work. You can utilize it for a lot of your plants. You don't really have to worry about root rot. It is just fast draining, and I love the fact that all of the ingredients that they use is sourced from the United States. This is made in the USA, and we definitely want to support American products. This is an American company, and I just love the fact that the owners and the company really trusted me to show you all of these soils. So if you are interested in utilizing Bonsai Supply soils, please utilize my promo code for 10% off any of the supplies on your orders. Just use the promo code GROWFOLDS. It's just one word when you check out. and you will receive 10% off your entire order for these supplies. These are high quality supplies. This is some of the best bonsai supplies you can utilize, and this is just great products to use for a lot of your plants in general. So I urge everybody to follow the Bonsai Supply on Instagram and shop today. Well, hopefully somebody that is watching my big box store plant shopping videos will consider shopping at thebonsai.supply.com. They've got some quality soil and just really good supplies for the bonsai. I know that some of you guys have mentioned that you might be open to actually trying to create bonsai and growing them. I would highly recommend it. Now over here is a sun-stressed philodendron hederaceum Brazil. This one is by Urban Jungle. This one is for $16.98. I do like the ceramic hanging basket planters from Urban Jungle, as well as Live Trends Design. These 5-inch planters are actually a good starter hanging basket. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and if you allow your plants to trail, they become really good statement pieces. We've got some parlor palms right here, $15.98 by Costa Farms. And you know, these self-watering planters, while I don't really use them except for my plants that I'm growing hydroponically, I do find that it is interesting that Costa Farms has really invested and had those readily available. You can see right here again a beautiful Monstera Deliciosa. This one is for $24.98 by Live Trends Design. As far as Live Trends Design is concerned, they are still the leading nursery in terms of the plant aesthetic that I like, which is the modern contemporary look. Now over here we have some more Syngoniums. This one is some type of Syngonium for $16.98, and plant foldies. You know, Syngoniums, they are a fast growing plant. They are a vigorous growing plant, but they are a plant that is super temperamental when it comes to not being watered consistently. So if you don't water this plant consistently, it will actually end up wanting to go to plant heaven. It is that type of plant that you can't just set it and forget it. You've actually got to care for it and make sure you care for it through hydration. So I am kind of on the crossroads when it comes to Syngoniums. I really like that as well. One of my favorite plants to grow, and that is an Aglaonema Red Siam, $15.98. This is one of the mascot plants of the Growfolds YouTube channel because this is a commonly found Aglaonema, but it is one that is very much so easy to care for, readily available, universally seen, and it is a plant that if you haven't gotten one, and you've been watching my videos, like literally been watching my videos, I talk about it like all the time, every single video. It doesn't matter what video I create. Go ahead and buy yourself an Aglaonema Red Siam. Hashtag popularize Aglaonema is the hashtag to continue to drive Aglaonema awareness and love. Now you can see right here, this is a philodendron ring of fire for $19.98, but you'll notice that it's gotten so much growth on it. It's already gotten some larger leaves. This is what I would say is a plant that has been living its best life, considering it's been growing in an indoor tropical space, such as a big box store. And this has actually been growing in a greenhouse type setting. So that is the reason why we've got larger foliage on this particular philodendron ring of fire. I do think that that is a really good value for it. So if you're looking for a variegated philodendron, Costa Farms has made it available in the form of a philodendron ring of fire. Now over here is another pothos plant. This is an Epipremnum aureum lemon meringue pothos, $19.98. And the lemon meringue pothos is basically a pothos that was kind of like an enjoy pothos, but it has more of like a green on green variegation, but not have the green on green variegation to where it has rounder, larger leaves like a global green pothos. Either way, it is an easy care plant. It is a little bit slower growing as compared to some of the other pothos, but pothos in general is another plant that I think every single plant lover should at least have one in your collection, even if you are somebody that grows like very much so curated, very rare, variegated plants, things of that nature. So we're just going to continue to walk around and I'll pick up some plants, show y'all some plants. As you can see right here, there's just a lot of the same types of plants you can find at a big box store, like all of these pothos plants. But still, even if we are seeing just some of the commonly found plants at a big box store like Lowe's, it's still exciting to go big box store plant shopping because you'll see beautiful healthy plants like this Epipremnum panatum Baltic blue for only $15.98. And then I did want to go on a tangent about just some of the commentary that I'll see here and there. So I know in my last live stream, and I'm going to go off topic a little bit from the plants, there was somebody that was kind of like not being the kindest person when it comes to like just comments and how we interact with each other, to where I kind of called them out. It's just really interesting. And for anybody that has ever thought about leaving like a negative comment for a content creator, somebody's content, I always want you to think and slow down and think about what kind of intent was it. Were you trying to spread hate? Were you trying to probably give some constructive feedback? It's just really interesting. And I find it hilarious. And I say this, and I'm speaking to the haters, the ones that, hide behind a screen name. When you type things in capital letters, it just reminds me that you're just like yelling and screaming like an immature kid. Like that's just not how you interact with people, even in social media presence. So that is another reason why I think with the Plantfoldy community, if you are looking for a safe space, just know that I'm always going to be an advocate, and I will always call out anybody that wants to be nasty, negative, not really kind. And I just find it interesting. So whenever you start seeing comments in the comment section about like in cap letters to do X, Y, and Z, I will leave them there because I really want people to see how somebody wants to act in a public space. So Plantfoldies, let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know if, some people just need a little bit more love, if somebody needs a little bit more of a hug, if somebody just doesn't feel comfortable communicating effectively, just let me know. And I know that I'm kind of trolling some people when it comes to that, but you already know who the haters are because I can pretty much track who leaves stuff. So just know that you can't always hide behind a screen name because content creators can still see that source. So just wanted to put that out there because I did see some comments and I just thought it was kind of hilarious. And I'm pretty sure my Plantfoldy nights will also come around and just kind of put people in place when it comes to toxicity. Anyways, let me get off of that subject. Plantfoldies, as you guys know, sometimes I get a little bit chatty whenever I go big box store plant shopping. It's not always about the plants. Sometimes it's really about just being able to talk freely about your thoughts in a way where, number one, it's respectful. Number two, it actually conjures a little bit more of a thought process. And sometimes, I always tell people, it's not always going to be somebody's cup of tea. Somebody's content creation is not going to be their cup of tea. Does that make that content creator any less effective or any less meaningful? No, it just means that might not be the flavor of tea that you like. Some people might like strawberry tea. Somebody might like decaffeinated tea. But my general message to anybody that, watches social media, because there is so much going on in terms of like how social media has impacted people in a positive way, but also in a negative way. just know that at the end of the day, we don't always have to agree on what somebody is saying or presenting. As long as that person isn't intentionally trying to hurt somebody, I think it is okay to respectfully not engage with somebody or feel like that content they create isn't necessarily for you. It doesn't mean that the person's just not great at what they're making or presenting. It may just not be your cup of tea. So I don't take offense to somebody that says that they don't watch my videos because maybe I'm too chatty or maybe I am X, Y, and Z. And I really want to make sure that people live their lives and really think about why you should always remain the most authentic self of yourself, and also know that it is okay for somebody not to like you. Just give them a little bit more kindness, give them a little bit more love. Maybe that's what they need. So let me get off my soapbox. I know that I've been, picking up beautiful plants. So if you didn't want to listen to my soapbox, I encourage you to press the mute button. It is okay. I know I'm super chatty, but sometimes I feel like things like this need to be said on multiple occasions on a social media platform. That way, everybody is just kind of reinforcing the fact that there's just a lot of negativity out there, and the last thing we need is that. The more we need is actually just positivity and people really rooting for each other. So like, for instance, people that have plants that they buy at big box stores, please don't critique somebody for wanting to buy big box store plants. It doesn't mean that they don't want to support local or small businesses. I've said this before. Some people don't have the luxury of having a Peta's Planters shop in Dallas, Texas, for instance, or a Rubal's or a Plants and Planters or a Plant Keeper. Some people just have access to maybe a Walmart, a Lowe's, or a Home Depot, but that doesn't mean you can't have plants. So instead of pointing fingers, and I know that this video has become more of like an insightful insights commentary thing on like social media and the plant community, I really just think that go where you're, buy your plants where you're comfortable with. Don't let somebody say that just because you're supporting big box store plants or buying plants from big box stores that you are, trying to put small businesses out of business, because y'all already know Plant Foldies. I love going to local small businesses. I love promoting small businesses. I love supporting small businesses. But at the same time, I also love going to big box stores, because how do you not want to admire and buy this beautiful golden pothos, for instance, for $16.98 by Urban Jungle. So, at the end of the day, plants, it's just plants. But I think some people get bent over shape about plants. Sometimes we have this like culture of wanting to compare ourselves to others. Once you start comparing yourself to other people, and this is even for anybody that makes content creation, be happy with the content you make. Be grateful for the people that engage with your content, but don't compare and contrast whether another content creator has more subscribers or X, Y, and Z. That's where you start losing your joy. And for a slight moment, I started to feel that way, where I'm like, well, should I kind of cater to a specific niche? And then I told myself, no, I'm going to stick to my core. And that is, providing faceless YouTube big box or plant shopping videos, as well as local nursery plant shopping, and then just kind of sprinkling in a little bit of my life, whether it's blogs about my chickens, blogs about the foods I like, or just anything in general. So you'll get more of that type of insight, Plant Foldies. I really do think that I will start doing live streams, because it gives me a moment and a platform where I can really directly engage with y'all. But as I continue to just walk around here and about to wrap this big box or plant shopping video, I will say with Lowe's locations, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that you can never have enough of these big box store plants. And what I mean by that is, why would you not want to have multiples of this philodendron heteroraceum, for instance, just a green variety? It's a beautiful plant, and you can see that this plant has been growing and living its best life at this Lowe's location. I will say that going to plant swaps, and I actually recently attended a plant swap that was super fun, the DFW Plant Collective, where I was able to engage with a lot of the plant community out there. You can acquire rare and uncommon plants by going to plant swaps or doing plant trades. There are other ways to acquire plants besides just going big box store plant shopping. I really think the gift of giving free plants to each other, propagating plants for each other, is one way, a really effective way to show how much you care there for somebody that might love plants. And I did want to shout out my friend Chris. He is known as Ferdisaur on Instagram. He ended up giving me a rare begonia variegated cutting, and I didn't have any plants to swap, but he ended up giving that to me. And he actually mentioned that plants should be free, plants should be accessible to everybody, and that really resonated to me. And with that being said, you know, there is a potential giveaway that I'm gonna do for a very rare Aglaonema kanza, just to celebrate the fact that we have reached a milestone of 13,000 YouTube subscribers. Can we try to get to 14,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of December, or at least by December? That will really fall into place on whether people are still watching my videos. And if you guys are still watching my videos, regardless of whether the subscriber count comes around, I'm still really grateful and thankful that you guys engage with me on a daily basis, or at least I try to. But you can see here, plant foldies. What do you think of the plants that I've been picking up as I've pretty much chatted your ear off today? I don't know, it's Friday. It is a day where I've had a really long week at work. My back has actually been feeling very painful. I don't know if I need to really see a doctor. It's just my lower back's been hurting a lot. So my mobility has been a little bit shot there, but I did end up potting up some of the Aglaonema that I received from overseas last night. And so really excited to present that to you guys sometime in the next couple of days. I love doing plant hauls. I do love showing y'all some of my personal plant collection, but I also love showing you big box store plant shopping, because that is something that is universal, pretty much readily available. And how can you not support, you know, inexpensive, easy care plants, very diverse selection of plants, and ones that you can find at a Lowe's. Now, I will say, if you don't have the Lowe's app, it is a loyalty program where you can get Lowe's deals, Lowe's rewards, Lowe's savings. Definitely do that. It's kind of like Walmart has an app. Target definitely has an app called Target Circle, and you can save a lot of money. So any type of loyalty programs for these types of big box stores is a definite plus, and I would highly recommend it for sure. And you can just see right here, more of these hanging baskets by Costa Farms. This one is a really nice variegated lipstick plant. It reminds me of a Hoya for some reason, but this one is for $20.98. And I'm just gonna keep picking up a couple of plants, and then we're gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed the foliage you've seen, and hopefully I'll have more content throughout this weekend. I do work, but I'm gonna do my very best to make these videos for y'all, because I know that a lot of people look forward to just chatting with each other. And if you are new to the channel or have never been on a live premiere chat, just know that at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is typically when I do live premieres. Join the chat. It is a lot of fun. We love seeing new faces. And of course, I love seeing all the regulars on the live chat. All right, plant foldies, we are going to be wrapping up this video in just a few, but you can see that we do have lots of beautiful plants. Look at that Aglaonema Silver Bay. As always, if you haven't joined my YouTube membership tier, press the join button. Literally, it's only $2.99. I've got a lot of new membership only videos. You get access to a lot of my personal video content over there, and just get special treats and perks. So as always, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, with all the notification bell on. I'll see you on the next one. Day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out in Frisco, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, and also press the hype button after the video ends. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as give me a follow on my Instagram at GrowFold. If you have any questions about the plant or want to just get in touch with me directly, that is the fastest and most direct way to do so. And if you like plant content or want a little bit more extra content, please consider joining my YouTube membership tier. It is called the Super Plant Foldies, and it is really the price of a cup of coffee. But as you can see right here, Plant Foldies, I am actually super excited to be able to go to another Lowe's out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. For those that are new to this channel, I call my viewers and subscribers Plant Foldies. Welcome to the channel. My name is Richie and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. Hopefully you will enjoy today's installment. And I actually got in a question about the reason why I call my viewers Plant Foldies. We've gotten a lot of new subscribers, so thank you so much to the 13,000 subscribers for this YouTube channel. But the reason why I call my viewers and subscribers Plant Foldies is because not only do I absolutely love to create plant content, plant shopping videos, but I also love the traditional Japanese art of origami. So this YouTube channel actually started out as an origami ASMR channel, but I quickly pivoted to another passion of mine, which is plants. And so I wanted to keep both merged. So I call this YouTube channel Plant Foldies. I actually want to add more of my origami work into this YouTube channel, but a lot of y'all actually really just tune into the plants. So I'm really trying to be a little bit more respectful for the majority of my viewers. But I've also started to delve into backyard chickens, raising backyard chickens. So you'll see a lot of my pet chickens, Charlotte and Catriona. Shout out to my beautiful hens. So you'll see more of that. But anyways, Plant Foldies, today I wanted to do a quick video where I go big box store plant shopping at this particular Lowe's. You already know that whenever you go to a Lowe's location, you are going to see me feature a lot of the outdoor garden plants alongside with the indoor tropical plants, which is what most people actually tune into my YouTube channel. I do want to feature some of the outdoor garden section. Reason being is I also love all forms of growing plants, whether it's outdoor gardening plants, special niche plants such as bonsai. That's the kind of content I want to create. And you can see right here, I've been actually eyeing these Acer palmatum or Japanese maples for an entire year. It looks like they still have those large Japanese maples. Fall season is among us, or it is about to start. And actually, if you want to plant trees, this is the best time to go ahead and get your trees planted into the ground, because what will happen is the trees will actually go into dormancy, and in springtime, they're really going to be able to be developed to where they're going to push out new growth and all of that glory in terms of just growing a beautiful tree. So fall time is the best time to plant trees. You can see we just passed by a bunch of the 50% off clearance plants. But in terms of just the outdoor garden section, what I will say about Lowe's locations, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I mean, I am based out in the North Dallas area. So the majority of my big box store plant shopping videos are going to be based out into these big box stores out in the North Dallas area. I am really excited to showcase the beauty of a lot of these big box stores. And as you know, Plant Foldies, and for those that really tune into a lot of my videos, I have been featuring a lot of local and small businesses. So if you haven't already, definitely explore my YouTube channel, explore the different types of playlists. I did want to shout out one of my Plant Foldies, who's actually a super Plant Foldie. His name is Eric. Eric from Minnesota. Thank you so much for always team replaying a lot of my videos, going back and really watching some of my older content, because I have hundreds of videos videos. I didn't even realize that I've been producing a lot of videos for the last 2 years, and I am just really happy that you guys have continued to follow my journey. There have been some plant foldies that I haven't seen in a while, but I am just really thankful for those that have actually joined, say, the live premiere chat. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, a couple of things I did want to point out is, number one, I do faceless YouTube, where I don't necessarily feature myself on camera. I really want to focus on the plants itself. Number two, I am very chatty, so I will talk about plants, but I will also utilize this plant shopping video, or at least this video, to kind of just give you some of my insights about what I'm thinking, whether it is social media commentary or just anything that I really feel like I want to give in terms of a message. So those are a couple of things I wanted to put out there. And then number three, we have a very engaged plant YouTube channel community. So I wanted to say thank you to those that continue to jump on the live premiere chat. So if you happen to find this video during a live premiere, which is typically at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, please say hello on the live premiere chats. We have been seeing quite a bit of new plant foldies joining the chat, so really happy to see that. And in terms of a live stream, it looks like I will be doing a live stream right after this video. So on Sundays after the live premiere, just know that I may go on live stream where I will answer some Q&A questions and just talk to the plant foldies directly. Feel free to leave questions, comments, and chat with me live during the live premiere chat and the live stream. So let me just go ahead and just go back to all of the plants here. So as you notice, I am showing you a lot of the chrysanthemums, or these mums. What I love about, Lowe's locations and just big box stores in general, they stay seasonally relevant. So you can see we've got a lot of these chrysanthemums or mums. They typically come out during the fall season. Same thing with croton plants. And mums, they have many different types of colors. I would suggest purchasing mums when they are not really in bloom, because you will be able to keep the blooms lasting for a little bit longer. Another thing I would also highlight about mums is that mums are what you consider perennials, depending on your grow zone. So for instance, my grow zone is 8B. These plants can be planted into a garden or a landscape. And I've even noticed that mums will come back even in a container type situation like this. You would just have to cut back the foliage and blooms all the way back down to the bare stems, just down to the base of the plant, and they will come back year after year. And you already know plant foldies. I like to showcase encore azaleas. These are azaleas that I like because these are azaleas that will rebloom at least 3 times a year. And I have intended to create bonsai videos, which is basically the art of growing miniature trees in shallow containers. I want to create a bonsai using some of the azaleas as well as some of these shrub type plants. So I'm just going to go ahead and just walk around and show you some of the shrubs and some of the outdoor garden plants, but hopefully you will stay with me until the later part of this video, where I'm going to show you some of the outdoor, or actually not outdoor, I'm already showing you the outdoor plants, but the indoor tropical house plants. This particular Lowe's location has our favorite plant, hashtag popularized aglaonema. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see what other indoor tropical plant releases we may be able to see. And that's really the exciting part about going big box store plant shopping, is seeing what plants or new house plants you can take home, what plants are beginner friendly plants and easy care plants. I mean, you can see right here, this is a boxwood, and I am actually looking for different types of specimens to utilize and create into bonsai. That is one thing that I want to delve into, because in the infant stages of this YouTube channel, I actually made some bonsai videos. They don't really exist anymore, but that's something that I want to revisit. There are a lot of plans for this YouTube channel, and if you stay tuned after this YouTube video and actually jump on the live stream where I will go live on YouTube, you will get a lot of the new news that's going to be happening for the YouTube channel and some of my future projects that I am currently working on. But you can see right here, here beautiful bonsai specimens that I can make into bonsai. This one is a boxwood, and if you see the nibari, which is basically the root flare or the trunk flare, that is pretty awesome. So let me go ahead and stop chatting for just a second and pan around and show you the beautiful plants that they have available in the Lowe's Garden Center. Some of the previous big box store plant shopping videos I've created, some of the viewers have actually bought some of these crotons. Again, crotons are beautiful plants, but the thing about it is, even though they show up during the fall season, I really just wish that these plants would be plants that people kind of consider the actual care tips for it. Like, you should not be planting crotons in grow zones in the United States, because these plants are really plants that require a lot of light, a lot of warm, humid environments. And if you're going to plant a croton in your landscape, I just don't think that that would be conducive to long-term growing. Now, I understand that these plants are actually grown as more of an annual decorative plant, but when you think about just the sustainability of these plants, you got to think about how long it takes to grow out these plants, the plastic that is used to grow these plants in containers, the water, the effort. It's just a lot to be able to grow a plant as an annual for maybe 6 weeks. And to me, I just hope that people would really consider, like, when you buy a croton, whether you're just trying to grow that indoors or overwintering it. Maybe I'm just a little bit sensitive when it comes to that. Now, as far as this plant right here, look at this beautiful spider plant. It looks like it's already pushed out a lot of little babies. And you can see that Lowe's has a lot of beautiful vining plants, like these potato vine plants and other colorful landscape plants that you can utilize in your outdoor garden. Now, some people might actually not be into the outdoor garden section, but to me, some of these plants can actually be adapted as an indoor house plant, and we're going to delve into that on some of the plants that I will pick up. But let's just go ahead and just walk around and admire the beauty of some of these outdoor garden plants. crazy how it's only the middle of September and we already have a full-blown pumpkin patch and all of the fall seasonal plants. You can see right here, these are the coleus plants I was talking about. These are for $1.98. These are different types of coleus plants. Coleus plants are super colorful. They are plants that oftentimes people will not even consider as like an indoor house plant, but you can grow these as indoor house plants. It is a unique touch of color, and I used to really be obsessed over coleus plants. Now my full current obsession addiction for plants is Aglaonema. You already know I will always talk about Aglaonema plant foldies, and I'm just really excited to show you the Aglaonema that they have available at this Lowe's location. But look at the sea of different types of coleus plants. These plants are super easy to propagate. They're super easy to take care of, and they're only $1.98. So really cost-effective, budget-friendly plants, very versatile plants. You can grow these in the garden, you can grow these in the patio containers, or you can grow them indoors as an indoor house plant. So lots to be able to use these plants, and these plants are super colorful and very easy to propagate. And this is another plant that many people would just not really consider to grow, and actually a lot of people may not even like this plant aesthetically, but for me, I really like these unique and colorful plants, and I love the fact that it is very easy to propagate. So we'll just keep looking at some of these plants. And in plant foldies, in terms of the plants that you're seeing currently in this video, definitely leave as many comments as you like. You already know I love the insights, the commentary in the comment section. And if you made it this far into the video, number one, thank you so much. Number two, and I will remind you again, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. And some people have asked why they haven't seen the hype button yet. I believe the hype button only appears after the video has already premiered. So you will have to wait till the very end to do that, but that definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, and it just grows the community. So, full transparency, that is the reason why I like to remind people to just press the like button. It doesn't really take a lot of effort. You just hit like, and that is it. Now, as far as the other plants here, you can see we have a Celosa plant, very interesting plant that I often see at big box stores. And this one is also for $1.98. You can see the blooms are a little bit different, and you can see that this is a really full and nicely organized Lowe's Garden Center. I will be visiting more Lowe's Garden Centers throughout the week, and I'm really hoping that I can create more big box store plant shopping content, although I've been featuring a lot of local nurseries as well. Love all the different types of textures of leaf shapes and colors, and the outdoor section has a lot to offer, but the main attraction, the main event is definitely going to be the indoor tropical section. So I'm just going to walk around here and give you a full pan around of the plants before we go into the details of each and every single one of the indoor tropical plants they have to offer. You can see that You know, big box stores like Lowe's, they're already into the Christmas season. We haven't even made it to Halloween or Thanksgiving and we already have Christmas trees. So that's how quick the seasons go when it comes to big box stores. They really just get to those seasons. Now, in terms of this Live Trends Design fixture, we've got a lot of these self-watering planters right over here by Live Trends Design. Absolutely love Live Trends Design planters, especially the self-watering planter. You'll notice that it's got a really modern take on it. This one is an Epipremnum aureum or golden pothos. I love it. It is another highly recommended beginner-friendly plant. It's one that also is not expensive at all. And then over here we've got a bird's nest fern, and you know, with the bird's nest fern, this one is called the Brook self-watering planter. So you can see that this is the particular planter name and design, and that's the thing about Live Trends Design. They tend to get beautiful planters set up for the consumers, and I am a huge fan of Live Trends Design. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section if you are also a fan of Live Trends Design aesthetic. I really love that modern contemporary look about it. You can see right here we have a philodendron heteroraceum neon. Look at that lime green color on this particular philodendron heteroraceum. Heart leaf shape type of philodendron, one that's very easy to take care of as well. Now remember, with these neon plants, you do need to provide bright indirect light for it to do well and to maintain its actual colors. And then you can see right here, look at these like propagation stations. So this one I believe is some type of variegated ginger plant. I've noticed that these plants are starting to make it out into the market, and if you look further down, they have more of these fusing nature and art propagation stations. Now this syngonium is in desperate need of a water refill. Otherwise, this one is going to be screaming to go to plant heaven. Look at this beautiful syngonium. It's a pink one, not sure what it is exactly. $14.98. Beautiful plant, but this one is definitely going to need some more water in order for it to actually survive. Otherwise, syngoniums in particular do not like to be underwater. Like, they will revolt. They are a plant that is definitely very much thirsty plants. And then over here we have a bunch of these Live Trends Design planters, $14.98. This is a Sansevieria, and look at the stoneware look of this particular planter. I really love the matte finished, and then also just having that glaze on it. That cream glaze is a really nice one. And again, when it comes to Live Trends Design, I don't know, plant foldies, I am definitely a huge fan of their planters specifically. I do think that the planter you put the plant in definitely elevates the aesthetic of the plant. It definitely creates a different type of mood. It's definitely something that I haven't necessarily delved into. Now, there are some other plant content creators that will really focus in on the aesthetics of a plant or just plant styling, and that's something I would love to be able to further explicate or actually share on my YouTube channel. As y'all know, I'm really looking for ways to pivot and actually insert more of my interest without actually messing up my niche and algorithm. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, whenever I say upload a video that is not big box store, even a local nursery plant shopping video, the local nursery plant shopping video for some reason doesn't get like 1,000 views within a 24-hour span. A big box store one would actually get it. So I don't know if it's the algorithm wanting the consumerism behind it, but just know that I want to be able to post freely other content that is still plant related, but maybe something that will pique somebody's interest. Now, in terms of all of these Live Trends Design planters, this one is a new one I haven't seen for $14.95 or 98 cents. This one is a Ficus elastica taniki, really pretty plant. This again will need a lot of bright indirect light, or better yet, if you grow this outdoors, this can grow into a full-blown variegated tree. It just really depends on what you like for this particular plant. I love it. Hopefully you also are into Ficus elastica or rubber tree plants. So I'm going to continue to pick up some more of these plants. Feel free to leave in the comments section, plant foldies, what you think. And I am excited to go live premiere, do a live stream right after this video. So be sure to stay tuned. If you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, double check by clicking on subscribe and see if you have all notifications turned on, because if you don't, sometimes my videos will not get recommended. Sometimes you will not see some of the community posts. And sometimes, like whenever I go live stream or do a live event on my YouTube channel, you may miss out. And you know, the plant foldies that are really dedicated, that would be something I wouldn't want you to miss out on. See plant foldies, we've got so many beautiful plants. So this whole area is going to be loaded with Costa Farms plants, whether it's Costa Farms trending tropical plants. You can see this is an Alocasia reginae. Now this one is mislabeled. I already know that this one is actually for $19.98. Really love the Alocasia reginae. This one has a little bit of cosmetic damage on the leaf, but needless to say, it is still a beautiful plant. And then we have a sea of pothos right here, or Epipremnum aureum. There will be a mixture of, say, global green pothos. This one is for $19.98. Costa Farms trending tropical house plant. Love the green on green variegation with pothos plants. When you think about like the variegation or coloration of it, know that pothos plants or Epipremnum aureum are really dependent on the amount of light it receives. The more bright indirect light this particular pothos plant receives, it will have more of a contrast of a lighter green and darker green variegation. If you give it less light, it's going to have more of just a green tone, and it's not going to give you that green on green variegation. This is one of my favorite pothos plants, and I would say back in 2020, when it was during the pandemic, even a one leaf, one node cutting would cost $50. And then you can see 5 years later, we have these at a big box store, readily available, super budget friendly house plant. And it's just because Costa Farms has really made it readily available for the general public. And that's the reason why I truly appreciate Costa Farms, because they have really made a lot of these rare or uncommon plants more readily available for the public. Now, some people have their opinions about how Costa Farms has kind of taken some of the profit from some of the local plant nurseries or sellers, but I truly believe that if you choose to shop small or shop local, that is okay. But some people may not have that access to be able to buy these beautiful plants. Like I've said in all of my videos, please diversify where you buy your plants. If you choose to spend just a little bit more money to support a local or small business, know that you're not only spending a little bit more money at a local or small business for the plant, you're actually giving the local or small business a little bit more of a reward, because you have to think, right? You're looking at these big box store plants. I wouldn't necessarily say that these plants are going to be as healthy or as well taken care of as, say, a local plant nursery. So there are some pros and cons when it comes to, say, big box store plant shopping for house plants or local nursery plant shopping for house plants. Either way, it's just nice to have many options, and I really believe that that is really the key into growing a plant collection. It's to have many options, because the more options you have, the more diverse selection you have for the plants, and more so it's going to really help with your plant budget or how much money you are spending on a hobby such as houseplants. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to show you some more of these plants, and I did want to say that this particular Lowe's location has gotten me super excited, because look at this Aglaonema Snow Dream. I really love that. Look at that variegation on it. And if you notice, it's got white stems, cream variegation, faint green speckles, and there's a little bit of speckling of red in it as well. This one is a trending tropicals Costa Farms plant. This is part of the colorful Aglaonema collection. to $19.98. So I need you to stop and pause this video for a second and comment hashtag popularize Aglaonema, because you already know plant foldies. I am very transparent on the intent of my social media presence and YouTube channel. I really want people to be excited about Aglaonema, to be all about the Aglaonema. And I know some people will say you can't make a plant popular by shoving it down somebody's throat. That is not necessarily my intent, is to shove a plant down somebody's throat. I understand that sometimes plants need to be naturally drawn to people, but in terms of Aglaonemas, they're always there. But I do believe that trends for plants become trending because, again, somebody or a social media content creator is talking about that. More awareness is created for the plant, more excitement is created for the plant, and more people with the same interest or love for that particular plant has created a community. So I don't know, plant foldies, I know I'm a little bit chatty today, but I just really wanted to get your insights about Aglaonema, whether we are pushing the envelope a little bit too much on people, or whether you think that as a plant foldy community we can band together and really just get people excited about it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pick up some more of these plants. You'll notice that we've got a mixture of different types of pothos plants. This one is a lemon meringue pothos for $19.98, and we also have some variegated philodendrons and more Costa Farm releases. Look at this favorite of mine. This is an Aglaonema Red Siam for $15.98. This is the mascot of the Growfold YouTube channel. I recommend everybody that is watching today's video to run, not walk, to a Lowe's location, a Walmart, a Target, a Costco, anywhere that sells an Aglaonema Red Siam. Go ahead and buy one. It's got beautiful pink stems, easy care plant. It's the mascot of my YouTube channel. It does represent a lot of things for me. One, it is an easy care plant. It is a plant that's universal. It is a plant that is budget friendly, and it is one of the plants that is an underdog. And I always like to root for the underdog. And it's in terms of underdog, I mean, look at this, right? So a lot of these Aglaonema Snow Dreams with this beautiful cream white variegation has been here for a while. I can tell that these were here for at least a month and nobody has bought them. And so I am super confused. I am so confused why these have not been bought up. I just feel like maybe there's not enough plant foldies locally in the Frisco, Texas area to buy these up. If I had the funds to buy up these Aglaonema, I would totally do it, because look at all of these different Aglaonema Snow Dreams. And then look at this Xanthosoma as well. Now I do like this. This reminds me of like a hybrid between a Caladium and an Alocasia. It is another plant that is somewhat challenging to grow indoors long term. I do think that this is a little bit more spider mite prone. What I do like about it is that in terms of plant propagation, it does push out little babies. And this one is for only $19.98 by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals. You know, as far as all of the houseplants that we are seeing in a lot of my big box store videos, I am really curious, and I know that I'm asking you guys to really give your insights in the comment section, but truthfully, I would love to know if there are particular big box store plants that you will always buy. Are there some house plants that you would avoid? Because I would never avoid, for instance, an Epipremnum aureum golden pothos. This one is $8.98. Costa Farms exotic angel plant, love it. easy to care for, and it's even easier to propagate through cuttings. And then you can see right over here, beautiful, beautiful global green pothos. This is a good example of a healthy looking global green pothos, $19.98. And I really do love the new graphics and aesthetic that Costa Farms has. Costa Farms, if you're listening to me, Justin, Samia, I know y'all might run into my videos. Please, please, please work on an Aglaonema collection by Costa Farms. I'm telling y'all that will be the new trend for 2026. And for the viewers that are watching my video, I do have some exciting news. I am actually collaborating and helping out with an English hard copy book or copy book of Aglaonema care and all of the beautiful Aglaonema hybrids coming from Indonesia. You would actually see my face. I would actually do a face reveal there because there is a photo of me with my grandmother, and I told my friend Harry of Miami Plants, who works for Art Garden Flowers, that I wouldn't mind showing my face on that book, especially with my grandmother, because it is a legacy I want to create with her, because she is the one that got me into plants to begin with. And then the fact that we are going to be releasing a Aglaonema book, especially one in English with all of these beautiful varieties, I think that's super exciting. Now, the release date is still unknown. We're aiming to have some copies available for sale at PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas, October 18th and 19th, but we're going to see if that's going to happen. Either way, I'm picking up these Aglaonemas. Please buy these Aglaonemas. I mean, look at this. Such a beautiful Aglaonema. And at least these Costa Farms Aglaonema colorful collection by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals, $19.98. You're at least getting a minimum of 2 beautiful Aglaonemas. And I am so curious to see if Costa Farms would be able to just show me all the Aglaonemas that they have in cultivation. There's so many varieties, and I just really hope that they will continue to have them readily available, have another crop ready to make it into a big box store. Now over here we've got a philodendron painted lady, beautiful philodendron painted lady. I love it. Nice variegation. This one is in a self-watering planter by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals. Love it. It is another one that I would definitely recommend if you like neon colored variegated philodendron. The only thing is that one is one that will revert quite easily if you do not give it bright indirect light. And again, here is another Aglaonema Snow Dream for $19.98. Like, plant foldies. Who is going to buy up these Aglaonemas? We don't want these Aglaonemas to end up on the clearance rack and then try to go to plant heaven. Let us rescue these plants. Let us buy these plants. Let us trend Aglaonemas. Tag a friend on any social media platforms, especially Instagram, if you feel like they need to go to this particular Lowe's location in Frisco, Texas to rescue the Aglaonemas. Again, I love using the hashtag popularize Aglaonema. So if you see a beautiful Aglaonema, leave in the comment section, popularize Aglaonema. And I actually have been asked a lot of questions about that new feature where you press the like button for this video. And some of y'all are still not pressing the like button for this video. So I don't know if you just don't like me. I repeat myself multiple times about that. Some people were like telling me in the direct messages, sometimes I wish I could just screenshot that and just show how negative some people are. But they're like, Richie, we're tired of you begging for likes. I'm not begging for likes, but if you're clearly engaging and watching my video, just press it. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt anybody. If anything, it just spreads these videos to more plant lovers. And so once you press the like button, at the very end of the video, if you swipe to the left, if you're using a YouTube app on your phone, it should give you the hype button. The thing about the hype button is you only get 3 hypes per week. So I hope you guys can kind of monopolize your hypes for the Grow Folds videos. It definitely helps this content out. And if you haven't seen some of the shorts videos that I've been creating, a lot of it is actually non-plant content related. It's really featuring my beautiful backyard hens, Charlotte and Catriona. I've noticed that I've been getting some subscribers there. Now, whether they're into backyard chickens and they were looking for that content is another question. Now, I'm just going to walk over here and show you examples of some of the planters that I'm really into. You can see that it's got a modern contemporary look. This is Origin 21 by Lowe's. So again, Lowe's has some amazing products. All of the Lowe's own products are things that I would also recommend. Definitely download the Lowe's app. It is the My Lowe's Rewards app. It will give you some savings, but you'll notice all of these beautiful planters right here. This one has some little legs, and it's also got terracotta or stoneware mixed with half glaze, and I really like the look of this particular aesthetic. Foldies, you saw me pick up a lot of those different types of planters. I really like the aesthetic of that. And then I'm looking at the 911 aka clearance plants. These plants are on the verge of going to plant heaven, but I mean, this one right here is beautiful. These are for 50% off. So if you're looking for super savings or to save a lot of money while going big box store plant shopping, you can look in the clearance section for these plants. I mean, this one right here is originally $13.98, but this is on clearance. You'll notice that it is with the black marker across the barcode of the plant. So you would get this 50% off. This is another beautiful bromelia. This one looks to need a little bit of water. It's kind of drooping, but I love the colors. The one thing I will say about clearance plants is, yes, it is great to rescue plants, but know that clearance plants or rescue plants may have the potential of having plant pests. So you have to be very careful in how you rehab the plant. I would definitely quarantine it from all of your other plants, because most likely they will have some type of plant pest, because plants that are not necessarily healthy release a pheromone that allows the plant pest to attack it, or at least it's more susceptible. Now over here we're looking at some syngoniums. This is a Syngonium Maria for $16.98, and love the look of a Syngonium Maria, but with these dark foliage plants, just like the neon colored ones, you need to give it lots of bright indirect light. Otherwise it's going to have more of like a murky green tone versus a nice chocolate brown tone. And then you can see right here we have another type of Syngonium Illusion, beautiful one for $16.98. And you know, I am also curious to see what varieties of Syngoniums Costa Farms has. I am curious why Costa Farms hasn't really cultivated a lot of Syngonium albos, because that is a variegated Syngonium. I know that they've released some in 6-inch hanging basket planters, but for the most part, they are a rare commodity still. Syngoniums are one of the easiest plants to propagate through cuttings. And then we're going to look at some more of these bromeliads right here. Plant foldies, if you made it this far into the video, again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying today's shopping excursion. I would hope that you would have pressed the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And if you want more in-depth plant videos or lifestyle blogs or anything that is a little bit more personalized, definitely consider joining my YouTube membership tier. It is called the Super Plant Foldies, and it is literally for only $2.99. It is less than a houseplant that you would buy at a big box store. It is the price of a cup of coffee. But did you know that if every single plant foldie that tunes in joined my YouTube membership tier, it would definitely make the sustainability of my channel even more so sustainable, because of the hours and hours of work I put into creating this content. At least it helps pay for my gas as I'm, driving all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and could help fund a little bit for my little baby chickens. But again, you know, consider that not everybody is going to want to be a super plant foldy, but there are some additional perks when I start selling some of my plant products or products. You are going to get a super plant foldy discount, and you get special emojis. And I'm thinking I could even do Instagram video calls where you can see me and we can set up a time to just chat about plants. So more to come on that as I pick up this beautiful bromeliad. For instance, it is a stunning one. This one is full price for $13.98 by Costa Farms. And again, Costa Farms is one of the leading plant nurseries, and you can see why, because they have so many plants. Like this one is another Syngonium. This one is for $16.98. This is a Syngonium white butterfly. Love the look of a Syngonium white butterfly. And you can see that there are 3 varieties of Syngoniums from Costa Farms. These are great house plants, but just know you must stay on top of the watering. Otherwise, these plants will get leggy, they will lose leaves, they will get crispy leaves, and they are screaming to go to plant heaven. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to pick up some more of these beautiful plants. Feel free to leave in the comments what you think so far of these plants. What are your wish list plants? And if you are going to be joining the live streams, again, I am going to have them scheduled around 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sundays, where you can see me, you can talk to me directly, ask me questions, and I will read your comments live on the live stream. So definitely stay tuned for that at the very end of the video. You see me pulling all of these plants. In case you wanted to know what the track of this song is, it's called Twilight. It is my favorite Grow Fold soundtrack, as well as one of my favorite things to say is the Hedera Helix. This is the Hedera Helix Asterix Ivy. Love it. But in terms of this beautiful violin soundtrack, I hope you guys enjoyed. It is one of the main themes for the Grow Folds Plant Foldy community. So as far as my YouTube membership tier, I am having official tracks to where there's a playlist and you can just let it play in the background if you're doing like plant chores or anything of that nature. But as you can see right here, here is another Hedera Helix. And that one was for Kathy and my my other plant foldy Leap. You always like to count how many times I say Hedera Helix. I know for those that are new to the channel, I hope I'm not making it too cringy for you and scaring you off, but that is literally a plant foldy saying. Know that I'm actually going to be making a Hedera Helix t-shirt at some point soon. Same thing with the t-shirt that says you already know, and that one is dedicated to my plant foldy or super plant foldy Angelie, who is the Chickens, number one. Auntie, thank you so much for always sending super stickers to my beautiful hens. They are growing up beautifully. So as you can tell, plant foldies, I really like to get to know all of y'all. I like to engage with y'all. So feel free to always send me a direct message, share your photos on the community tab on this YouTube channel, and let's just keep this this community good vibes only. Speaking of good vibes, look at this. Epipremnum aureum Manjula pothos, $8.98. That is extremely budget friendly, cost effective houseplant. They have a couple of selections right over here. Typically this is like $20, and so you can see that Costa Farms has made these a little bit more cost effective and budget friendly. So if you're looking to save money on houseplants, again, look for Costa Farms houseplants. This is a really good deal. And when you think about Manjula pothos, look at that beautiful variegation. I love the round leaves, and it just has really unique variegation. I would even recommend growing pothos plants outdoors in a shaded area because you can really accelerate the growth of it, the vigor of the plant, and have more cuttings to propagate. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pick up some more of these plants. These are going to be a combination of different types of Costa Farms exotic angel plants. I love it, even though these are plants that you basically have seen in every single video that I feature every single day on the YouTube channel. And I hope you guys haven't gotten tired of me just chatting about the same plants. I think there is something to be said about just the therapy or the therapeutic results of just seeing beautiful foliage. It doesn't hurt my feelings if some of y'all do think that I chat a little bit too much. You can press the mute button and play some background music. I am okay with that as long as you guys are still watching the entire video, because watch time for YouTube videos matter. That is how YouTube actually recommends it to new people. So I'm just giving you guys the secret recipe on how to grow this YouTube channel as a community, and that is another one is watch time. Same thing with saying Hedera Helix. This one is the King's Choice Hedera Helix. By even commenting Hedera Helix on the comment section, that actually helps out. But as you can see right here, we have tons and tons of beautiful Costa Farms plants. This one is another Hedera Helix. I think I'm going crazy by saying Hedera Helix a lot this video. I might need to slow down. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies. I really want your insights, but this one is for $20.98. I love this 8-inch hanging basket right here. Beautiful plant, although this one is screaming to go to plant heaven. It looks like it might have some spider mites because it's starting to get a little bit leggy. Somebody please rescue that plant. Somebody go ahead and buy that plant. And then you can see right here we have another beautiful bromeliad. Look at that purple color. That one is for $13.98. And this is an example of plant aesthetics combination. So this one is actually an urban jungle ceramic planter, but take a look at this. We've got a Hedera Helix or a Hedera Helix, wonderful ivy. That one is at a 3-inch planter, but look at that. That's actually super cute. I love the urban jungle terracotta planter mix that we have over here. Absolutely stunning, and it is for $14.98. Not sure if Lowe's would actually sell it, but that is a good combination. And then we just have several other plants that are available for purchase. These are a combination of Live Trends design plants, like that Syndapsis Silver Ann, or is it Exotica? That one is for I think $21.98. And then we also have some more of these urban jungle planters right over here mixed with Live Trends design planters. So we're going to go ahead and just pick up some more of these plants. I like the aesthetic again. And then, as far as Sansevieria or snake plants, this is another easy to care for house plant. Very much a low light tolerant, drought tolerant. Water when the soil is completely dry. You can put it in a dark space in your home and it will still do well for you. Now this one is for $24.98. You can see that this is a new type of planter right here by Live Trends Design. I really love that stoneware feel. I feel like it has a heavy weight on it, but it's very modern looking, and it just gives the plant a more elegant, elevated and elegant look. This one is a Ficus elastica burgundy. I love it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you also like this aesthetic, but let's go ahead and just continue to go shopping. Let's go plant shopping. Shop with me. And somebody had actually asked me what some of my plant products I would recommend. So as far as like affiliate products, the only one I am an official affiliate would be the bonsaisupply.com soil, but I really do love Miracle Grow fertilizers. I do think that Miracle Grow fertilizer is a very much all-purpose, budget-friendly fertilizer for your houseplants, your garden, your vegetable garden, all of it. Miracle Grow fertilizer is really good for me. In terms of soil, I love Classy Rabbit soil. It is a local business out in McKinney, Texas. Take a look at classyrabbit.com. That is an amazing soil that is naturally sourced ingredients. But if you're looking for something a little bit more commercial and readily available, you can buy Fox Farm soils. I like the Ocean brand mix that I can buy from a local grocery store called HEB. So if you're thinking about some of the affiliate products I would like to be part of, I would definitely love to promote Miracle Grow fertilizer. Definitely think that Miracle Grow is an all-purpose one. So in terms of all the other plants here, again, we're just going to continue to pick up all of these beautiful Haworthias in these Live Trends design planters. Super modern, and I just love the look of it. On a lot of the plants that I've shown you today, there are a lot of the same plants that you will see at a Lowe's location. I mean, you can see we've got a juvenile Monstera deliciosa. I still enjoy going and filming plants, even if I don't see like a massive restock of plants, although I would say this particular Lowe's location has a lot of aglaonema. We already want to make sure we're hashtag popularizing aglaonema. And in terms of this one right here, $24.98, this Alocasia poly, it almost reminds me of a Live Trends design planter, but this is actually by Urban Jungle. So the diversity of different types of plant companies and nurseries, it's really nice. And you can see right here, Live Trends design, beautiful Homalomena camouflage. And this is another beautiful plant that I would consider buying because it does look like an aglaonema, tricolor pictum, or even a Dieffenbachia. It kind of has that same leaf shape. Love that green on green variegation. That one is for $24.98. I don't really have the funds to really purchase it. But plant foldies, if you are enjoying this video and you want to bring me joy, you can definitely press the super thanks or super sticker button on the bottom left corner of the screen. There's a $sign where you can pretty much give a monetary tip to any YouTube content creator. It definitely helps with some of my plant funding and just, again, the supplies. So if you want to see me buy this particular plant, for instance, you can always drop a super sticker if you like. But as far as all of the plants here, I do love the fact that they still have quite a bit of a selection. Now, I do think that during the fall season, the big box stores tends to slow down a little bit on getting a lot of these indoor tropical plants. They tend to get a lot of like croton plants, and like maybe in the next week or two, you will see poinsettia. So it's just interesting to see what kind of plants start to make it into the seasons. But this particular Homolomena camouflage, that is a stunner. And if I were to have bought a plant today, that would have been it, just because of the beautiful foliage. So we're going to continue to look at some of these plants. We're going to look at some of these large foliage plants right here by Costa Farms. You can see we've got a Thenanthe right over here, several Ficus lyrata or fiddle leaf fig trees, and some other plants that they have available on this table. Foldies, what did I tell you? I really love the Aglaonema Pink Valentine right here, $19.98. This is a Costa Farms trending tropical plant, the Aglaonema Colorful Collection. Please buy this. Beautiful pink foliage. It does have the green stems. I absolutely love it. And if you give it more bright indirect light, it will have more of a pink color. And so we're just going to keep picking up a lot of these different types of Aglaonema. I just hope that more plant foldies will see this in the local Dallas-Fort Worth area. You will take a trip up to the Frisco location right here. This is off of Preston Road near Warren. This is right next to the 99 Ranch in Frisco Road, so near Stonebriar Mall, for anybody that is local. But as you can see right here, beautiful Aglaonema Pink Valentine by Costa Farms. This is the Costa Farms Trending Tropicals Colorful Aglaonema Collection for only $19.98. As far as Aglaonemas, I do think that is a fair price. Now, some Aglaonemas are a little bit more pricey than others. If you were to see some of my Aglaonema hybrids, for instance, from overseas, you will understand what I mean, because they are a little bit pricey. But oftentimes I think it's because of all the cost to actually ship the plants from Indonesia, for instance, have it travel 10,000 miles to make it to North Dallas. Now, we do have some more beautiful plants like this Ficus elastica ruby. Gotta love the Ficus elastica ruby. This one is by Urban Jungle for only $24.98. So let's continue to pick up some Aglaonemas. Let's go ahead and celebrate Aglaonemas. Press hashtag popularize Aglaonema, or put that in the comment section every time I pick up one in this video, please. All these Aglaonema are absolutely stunning. I really just wish I had so much funds so I can actually buy all of these Aglaonema. I mean, look at this. This is another beautiful one. We have one that's the Aglaonema Red Siam. We've got another Aglaonema Red Siam here for $15.98. Maybe if you guys do drop some super stickers, I promise y'all I will rush back here and buy up as many Aglaonemas. I will rescue these Aglaonemas. I might even do a Aglaonema Aglionema plant giveaway to celebrate the fact that we have more than 13,000 Plant Foldy subscribers now. So, you know, I'm just going to put it out there, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video today. I am going to be wrapping it up soon. I hope you guys will join me immediately after to do the live stream. If you don't have the notifications turned on for this YouTube channel, even if you are subscribed, go ahead and do that. Turn on all notifications. Turn all the notifications so you will always be in the loop with me, and we can celebrate Aglionemas, or more so just be able to see beautiful plants. You know, even if you're not an Aglionema aficionado like me and you like philodendron painted lady, at least you will have a venue where you can celebrate that. I really do want your insights and comments, so feel free to give me all of the insights and comments, because you can see Costa Farms has it going on. Please send love to Costa Farms. I know some people have their own opinions about big box store plants, but truthfully, how can you not find joy buying these beautiful plants right over here? So many to choose from. And like I said again, Miracle Grow all-purpose plant fertilizer. You should buy it. This is what I use for all of my plants. I even use it to feed my garden, and it has given me amazing results. So I'm going to just keep spinning around here for just one bit, show you some more beautiful plants, and then wrap up this video today. It has been super fun. Sunday Fun Day videos, right, are always going to be fun. Let me know what you think. And I hope you guys are inspired to go out and shop, go plant shopping, go big box store plant shopping, go ahead and get your fertilizer plant products like Miracle Grow, and definitely invest in buying a beautiful Aglionema Snow Dream from Costa Farms Trending Tropical Plants. This one is the one I would buy if I were to have the funds, for only $19.98. I mean, that is a stunner right here. And as always, please consider to join my YouTube membership tier. We have about 60 members and counting. Shout out to anybody that actually gives YouTube membership tiers to other Plant Foldies. I hope you guys will renew your memberships month after month, because it's only $2.99. My name is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel with all the notification bell on. Definitely press on the video that's coming on the screen if you want to keep watching more of my content. Otherwise, if you're watching this live, join my live stream happening in a few minutes. Bye.